The revelation. There once was a feeling that turned into a thought. This feeling was full of love, and the thought was full of fear. The feeling called love came to the thought called fear and tried to surrender for the peace that is longed for in such an emotion. Each time the feeling tried to give the thought love, the thought of fear would not allow the love to shine through. As the love and the fear tried to find a way to intertwine the two, the thought of fear burned wounds into the feeling of love. The love had to use a lot of light to shine into the darkness of fear. The feeling of love became so wounded that the life of the love began to wither away. With nothing left but to surrender, the feeling of love let go of the thought of fear. Standing alone, the love began to see a light that shone into this feeling that was never seen before. This light healed the wounds inside the love and made it stronger than ever before. As the love began to shine the light that was given so freely from above, the thought of fear became shadowed by so much light from love. Each time the love shined light into the darkness of fear, the fear had a choice to follow the love into the light or sit in the darkness of fear. The fear decided to take one part of the fear and follow the light into the love. The other part of the fear decided to sit in the darkness all alone. The darkness grew into its own thought of fear and became even darker. The fear that followed the light into the feeling of love became even brighter as the love gave so freely to the fear. Each time the fear intertwined into the love, it began to lose its identity. The fear woke up one morning with the feeling of love and could not remember what the fear was to begin with. The thought that grew into the fear with no love at all became darker and darker. As the darkness grew, it began to overpower the feeling and thought that was now full of love, and the fear became stronger. The light that healed the love so long ago came back to the love and gave it an even stronger light. As the fear looked into the feelings and thoughts of love, it knew it had no strength. The fear had another decision to make. Should it now decide to follow the light with the feelings and thoughts of love? Should it choose to go further into the darkness when the thoughts of fear that had no love? With each thought of fear that went further into the darkness, the more lost they became. They tried to create their own light, but soon realized that without the feeling of love, they were only making themselves darker. The fear became so dark that it was never seen by any feeling of love again. The thoughts and feelings of love became so strong from the unknown light that they began to see a new thought and a new feeling that was filled with even more love. Each time the thoughts and feelings intertwined with love, the light between the two became even brighter. Now the light that was unknown at the very beginning with love surrendered and had no thought of fear, was always there at the center of all thoughts and all feelings of love. The stronger the thoughts and feelings became with this feeling of love, the lighter they wanted to shine. As they began to shine brighter and brighter, they began to seek the darkness as they could share what light they had. The darkness was so dark that he could not see the light. As the thoughts and feelings of the love continued to seek the dark thoughts of fear, parts of the darkness began to see the light. Each part of the darkness that saw the light of love was forever changed and had to decide if it wanted to stay in the darkness of fear or if it wanted to gather the strength to try and reach up to the light. As the light of fear gained the strength to reach for the light of the feelings and thoughts of love, the light from this love took the darkness of the fear and began to repair the wounds that burned into the fear as it reached up into the light of love. This time, the thought of fear, which began to intertwine with the feelings and thoughts of love, found that the strength in the darkness that was now healed was different from before. Each time the fear reached out from the feelings and thoughts of love, they took pieces of the fear and made them different. As they scattered across the land, the pieces of fear and the pieces of love that were similar decided to intertwine. As more pieces of fear and love came together, they found even more pieces to intertwine with the two. There came a day when the pieces of love and pieces of fear formed into only two pieces. There were no more choices because all the thoughts and all the feelings had already made their decisions. As the piece of the light from all the love stood before the piece of the darkness from all the fear, the center of the light from far above that gave the light to the feeling of love so long ago, gave the love enough light to cover all the darkness of fear. The piece of the darkness from all the fear had nowhere to go. As the fear set in the light that was now one with the center of all the light of love, the darkness of all the fear fell into the blackness that led to nowhere. The light from all the love was never in the darkness of fear again and lived in the center of the light of love forevermore.